The reason I really decided to go forward with my dream of being in education was really tied to my own experience as a student when I was in elementary school, middle high school, and in higher ed. I was in rural Wisconsin, so I was the only blind person that I knew for most of my life until I was in high school when I first met another blind person. And so I had some really solidly positive experiences when I was in K-12. And I had some really negative experiences too, where I just believed that the educator could have made different choices that could have allowed me to participate and be more fully engaged in the classroom just by making some simple adjustments. That's really what inspired me to be a teacher. I am married to my husband, Jeremy. We've been married for 15 years. I have 7 children, so they keep me very busy. I came by this position in a really strange way because I was at a job fair. The woman behind the desk asked me what I wanted to do or what my skill set was, and I'm like, well, I'm in education and I care a lot about working with marginalized populations. She's like, oh, I have the job for you. And she told me that it was this coordinator position for the TRIO Student Support Services program, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I was part of the TRIO Student Support Services program when I was in college, and it probably was part of why I graduated. And so she's like, oh my gosh, you need to apply. And so I came to this place, and I found Methodists to be extremely welcoming. Being a visually impaired individual in the workplace can be really stressful because you never know what they're really thinking, or sometimes it might be really scary to ask for accommodations or to be a minority in a place where mostly you're surrounded by individuals who are fully sighted.
Breaking into a job that has never had a blind person do it in a company that never had a blind person there is strenuous, and it's hard to do. And when you're the first to do it, you're under a microscope. So she needed the training so that she could be the best she could be.
I met with Doug, and he really got me really solid on the iPhone. Last year at this time I had no sight at all, and I know I wouldn't have been able to get through that period as independently as I did had it not been for Doug and his knowledge about the iPhone. And then I met with Mickey, and he really helped me understand how to more effectively use my MacBook. Because I work in an environment that does still rely on some Windows products, I also had to be able to use my own workstation here for the things that weren't accessible on an Apple product, and so Donovan helped me to develop the skills in that.
We keep training so that we can prove what the blind, low vision can do, and if somebody wants a job that a blind person has never had, they've got the confidence to go out and try for it and hopefully succeed and get that job. We don't want any limitations for a blind or low vision person not to try for what they want.
I love the students that I work with, because all of the students I work with are either first generation college students, they're low income college students, or they're students with disabilities. So they are students who face barriers to be here. They are the students that are least likely of being successful in a higher ed environment. And so my role is to make sure that they make it. The ability to receive that training from Outlook and to meet with the trainers and have them target exactly what I needed was absolutely essential to my ability to do this work. Outlook is able to provide so many opportunities that wouldn't otherwise be available for individuals who are visually impaired. I mean, we all hope that we can make a difference, but a donation to Outlook really will make a difference.